What it is, focus your homeboy Ferg back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. I got my brothers here with me as always. JoJo, what the business here, man? What? Okay. So my brother JoJo does not give a fuck about what the business is. T, what the business is, man?
Up and cap. God
bless. Sauce T loaded.
God bless.
The most popular motherfucker on Put It On Some, Sauce T. So y'all already know this about to be a good one, goddamn. T, what you got back there for the people? What
Man,
you listen?
We got a little bit of everything. We got on opposite ends of the CD wall. I got 50 and Jeezy.
Okay.
Because they got smoke, so I couldn't put them beside each other.
Okay.
So 50 Curtis and then Jeezy, the inspiration. Then in the middle, I got the clips. I kept the clips from last week. Hell Hath No Fury, and then Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, probably top 5 greatest album of all time.
The GOAT of R&B.
So, that's what I got up there today for you.
All right, well, we about to goddamn get into it, but before we get into it, I'm gonna let y'all know this is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. And for all y'all sports people out there, if you play sports, you have heard a good coach say this at least once, that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That's some of the realest shit, you know what I'm talking about? I always say that, hey, ability plus effort equals excellence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. That quote me on that, you know what I'm talking about? But
Joe,
you gotta have the effort part in there. Gotta have the effort.
Real quick, Joe. You see the colors I see?
What this man?
I love the colors you see.
It's that bullshit I be talking about, America. When they know I'm going through shit with the Green Bay Packers right now, they're making jokes about football. But we gonna talk about that later. We got a segment about Aaron Rodgers and all that later.
Man, again.
You say, okay, I see where this is going. But before I really goddamn get into it, we got a special guest, America. All right. We got a special guest here with us. This brother right here is one of my young boys, you know what I'm talking about? Great videographer, great photographer. He owns his own clothing line. You know what I'm saying? The team Uptown, you know what I'm saying? You need to fuck with him on that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I tell him all the time, he got that eye for shit. He got that eye, you feel me? And he is the second greatest Jackson State fan I know, behind my brother PT. Shout out, Pretty Thaddeus. My brother PT and this man love Jackson State University to their core. And I'm talking about my youngin, B Hart. B, what the business is, man?
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
You already know. Well, we about to get into it, and we would love to hear your opinion on this shit right here. More drama.
Is it drama?
With the Jackson State. Yeah, he's always, you know, because it's prime. They always.
It's free promo, man. Free promo.
You got Bleacher Report telling me about this shit. You got ESPN telling me about this shit. All this side shit. America, if you've been up under a rock, you know what I'm saying, and you don't really pay attention to HBCU shit, I'm talking about the alleged Deion walking out of the press conference or media day or whatever. Because Prime was basically like, don't say my name, say my name. He said, don't say that shit. Don't say that shit. Or we can flip it and say shit. Prime was on shit like a Birdman. Shit, when you say my name, put some respect on that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? That either way. Prime didn't like how Cub came at him, and Prime walked out of the Zoom session on dude. He didn't really walk out of the whole media day. If you've seen the clip, it's out there on various publications, you know what I'm talking about. But I guess the guy is an Ole Miss beat writer, and he works for the Clarion Ledger, which is the biggest paper in the state of Mississippi. He started out by addressing Prime as Deion. Prime told him, don't do that. Shit, you wouldn't do that to Nick Saban. Cub was like, yes, I would, you know. And then he proceeded to call Prime Deion again. Deion chunked the deuces. So, B, we gonna start with you, man, and get your reaction. You know what I'm saying? Cause you bleed D Blue. You understand?
Yes,
you
sir.
Love Matter of fact, the way I came across this brother is, you know, me doing my Twitter marketing. I'm going through, I'm just adding motherfuckers. I'm adding motherfuckers from like Jackson State. I'm adding Alcorn. I'm adding Southern Miss. I'm just adding. And he was one of the ones that I saw going hella hard for Jackson State, like just stupid hard. And I saw some of his content was dope. I was like, okay, let me fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice look. You know what I'm saying? Give me a videographer that's connected to Jackson State. You know what I'm talking about? Let me holler at this young. And it's turned out where he's done some good work for me. You know what I'm talking about? So with that, D.I. love in your veins, I would love to hear your opinion on this. And he's one of our most loyal viewers. You know, got to tell the motherfuckers that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tuned in.
Yeah, so y'all need to be like B Hart, but B, talk to the people.
Man, look, one thing about it, we do not tolerate disrespect on Lynch Street. Number one. Don't tolerate disrespect. Now, you got to call it disrespect because he said it verbatim. Don't call me that. And you come back around to call it to me again. It's like, that's pretty much fighting words for so, you know. So I look at it as he knew it. He asked for it. Deion did the right thing. We ain't got time to talk. I don't talk to my other folks who gonna respect me. All my other media folks, I'm gonna talk to them. I don't gotta talk to you. You don't cover us no way. You cover Ole Miss. That's how I feel.
Okay. T, what was your reaction to it?
Wait, the honorable, right?
T, do you got?
I go by the honorable now. I don't go by T. No. Don't make me pull these.
T, you got you got word from Maine on this?
Maine called me. He said, man, he said, woo, he tripping. Like he tripping.
Maine on some shit.
Well, I mean, my thing is this. I've heard it. I've heard it all kinds of different ways. I've heard coaches be called by their first name. I've heard them be called Coach Saban. I've heard them be called Coach whoever. I mean, I've heard it both ways. I don't know. Deion seemed a little different on this one. Deion seemed a little more like, you know, like he was Coach Maynard. Like I could ask, like if Nick Suss said Connell, I could understand Coach Maynard saying, no, you call me Connell. You don't call me Connell. You call me Coach Maynard. Prime can't do that right now. Prime, you Deion. You 4-3. What the title at?
Last year, T.
What the title at? Don't nobody care because you got bottles. I told you, you got bottles. They got bottles at Alabama A&M. Everybody got bottles.
They ain't got the E-boys.
Okay.
They ain't got the recruiting class. They got the swag title right now. You're right about
All I'm
that.
saying is this. I mean, I get it. You want to be called Coach Prime or whatever. I get it. Fine. But, I mean, just do your interview. Walk around, smile, be charismatic, be who you are. That lights the room up. You're going to take media day away anyway because you Deion Sanders. So why we got to have all this? Just do the interview. Right. Be done with it. I mean, if one of our if Mr. Milligan called you that, would you gonna deny him the interview? Or was it just different because of the face that was sitting in front of you? It could have been. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, just do the interview. Just do the interview. Keep it moving. It could have been prime clickbait. Look at me.
Hey, now, and I gotta read this article by the aforementioned Clearing Ledger, but somebody in the Clearing Ledger, it's an opinion piece, says Deion Sanders' walkout was a marketing ploy and a good one. Did you write this shit, T? Did you write in and get these motherfuckers in?
I try to keep people on the phone.
Okay, so somebody else is thinking like my brother Tim G. Jacobs.
I got a question real quick.
Okay.
So if somebody calling you, let's say Tim, for example, if somebody calling you Terrence, and we know your name is Tim, but you tell them, look, my name is Tim, and they come back and say Terrence anyway, would you feel some type of way?
Well, first of all, that's different because Terrence and Tim, you can't ask them up. Ain't but 3 letters in Tim. First, and it's on your sheet right there in front of you. If you don't even know who I am, if you was from wherever else and you was doing this interview, it's on your paper. You know who I am. It's probably on the screen in the session. So you can't ask that up. Now you just gonna be responsible for whatever I say to you after that, because it's clearly on the screen and it's clearly on your sheet of paper. You know who you're interviewing.
Yeah.
But he didn't call him out his name. He didn't, he didn't call him delicious. I mean, so
he made a precedent that
just do that.
Don't call me this, and he did anyway.
But a lot of reporters out there have said we've called coaches by their first name. Just do the interview. I think it was more clickbait. I really do. I just think Deion was like, first motherfucker called me Deion today, I'm walking out on their ass. And he walked out.
I don't think he drove that far to just to walk out. He definitely
click it. Joe, more draws, more views.
Joe, what'd you say, man?
As far as it being clickbait, I wouldn't doubt that. The whole thing we've been saying is we want eyes to see the sweat. I don't care how you do it. We sit here, we got real love and hip hop on TV every day, but eyes could be glued to that TV screen. It doesn't matter how you get the eyes on there. We just got to get the eyes on there. Now, so he said, call him Coach Deion.
No, he just said, don't call me that.
Don't call me Deion or okay. So
he did an interview, I think, with HBCU Game Day, I want to say. And in that interview, he was like, basically, you only get to call me by my first name. We got a relationship. We don't have no relationship. Don't do that.
Okay. So you know how many people say that I'll respect you when you respect me, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a little different. Actually, my respect greets you before you even meet me. That's why when you disrespect me, it's a problem. If I ask you to call me something that I've earned, then call me that. Now, what I disagree with Deion was he didn't have to give an example. You don't have to mention about Saban. No, I asked you to call me. I'm not asking you to call me something that I didn't earn. I am the head coach of JSU. Call me coach, whatever. If you don't want to call me that, how about this? Don't interview me. Instead of me walking out, how about you leave? You come in here to see me.
Okay.
So don't be disrespectful. That's just how I see it. I can see if he asks you, hey, no, man, you got to call me Luscious One or something like that. That's going to make you feel,
right.
I'm just saying. But the man just saying, call me by something I've earned.
Luscious One.
Check this out. You could be old and forever. That doesn't change that he's the head coach of a team. He still has that title. So call a man Coach Deion, Coach Sanders, Coach Prime, whichever one you prefer, and just leave it at that. It shouldn't have even been like that. Now, we saying that Deion was doing the whole clickbait. How about that reporter was trying to gain attention also for being disrespectful?
Definitely. He's trying to make a name for himself.
So that's how I see it.
Trying to get some clout.
Okay. Now, initially, I just was like, and I still feel this way. I don't give a fuck about this story, but everybody covering it and we run the business, so I know we got to, speak on it. We even got tagged in some shit on Twitter. Shout out to whoever the fuck was doing that. You know what I'm saying? But they tagged us, so they wanted to hear our opinion on the shit. So I'm giving it to them. But the one thing that kind of threw me for a loop with this whole thing is what Prime said in his interview with HBCU Game Day was some shit that I felt. It's like, as black people, as black men, especially when you in this society, you kind of always on edge a little bit about how these motherfuckers looking at us. You know what I'm saying? You kind of come into it. Now, maybe not all of us, but many of us come into it like, okay, you kind of looking for the disrespect because this country been so disrespectful to us. You know what I'm saying? And, Prime said, no, like if that guy, let's say, flip it around. If it's a black reporter and he addresses a white coach in a way that the white coach doesn't want to be addressed and the white coach gets offended, he's saying that black reporter would be fired the next day. And he was like, everybody knows that. So that right there is showing me, okay, Prime knows the history of this shit up in this country. But right after that, Prime up here talking about Phil Bryan is his fucking friend. So I'm like, what the that's incongruent for me. And we're gonna talk about that in another segment. But so that made me look at it like, okay, was he looking at it as race? Like T saying? Like if was it the skin? Is that why he was kind of like on edge? Like, okay, I'm gonna watch for this motherfucker. But B, like you said, off camera, before he called the man, he said, hey, give me Nick. Nick's a good guy. And then in the interview, Prime was like, I intentionally called on the dude because he was the only white reporter there, and I wanted him to get a question.
He said that? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he said it's like a 30-minute interview on HBCU game day. You know what I'm saying? It's very thorough. They end up talking football. That part of the interview I love. Y'all should check that out. Shout out to HBCU game day. They do a great job covering all HBCU sports, really. But yeah, it was a real good interview, and they went to all that. But I don't know. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. What I want is a victory over FAMU in that first game. That's what I need. I need Chad Ochocinco. I need Uncle Luke. I need all them motherfuckers to be having sad faces and shit because they talking hella shit.
You heard Chad say.
They finna come in the sweat. And then I'm seeing the publications. T, then you sent us something with the publications had. They got.
Wait.
Yeah, FAMU second. Got Jack State first.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at.
Jack State third.
Yeah, I'm looking at this type of shit is distractions. I don't need that. I need W's. You know what I'm talking about? I need W's. But America, we want y'all to chime in and tell us what y'all think about this. I guess controversy or I don't know, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, America. Tell us what y'all thoughts were on Coach Prime walking out of the Zoom interview. Put it on
RESPECT.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.